Hello everyone and welcome back to The Complete Guide. This is part 30 and today I present to you F1 2014. And as always I'm going to tell you some information about the game as the cars go around the circuit. F1 2014 is a racing video game based on the 2014 Formula 1 season, developed and published by Codemasters. It is the 6th Formula 1 game produced by the studio. The game features the team and driver lineups from the 2014 season, as well as the Red Bull Ring, the Hockenheim Ring and the brand new Sochi Autodrome. The game was going to be released on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One consoles, but it was cancelled. The game allows players to choose any team to drive for in career mode, rather than making the player start at a team lower down the grid and working their way up as in other titles. The game does not feature classic content, a feature from the game's predecessor which allowed users to drive historic Formula 1 cars around historic tracks. This was the last Formula 1 game released for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. The game received a mixed review from Eurogamer, citing a lack of new features and uninspiring career mode. Hardcore Gamer gave the game a 4 out of 5, saying F1 2014 plays to its strengths and doesn't get bogged down with clutter. While classic F1 races can't be recreated this year, the career mode is a far more diverse and enjoyable experience. The racing action is more intense than ever before, leading this to be one of the most enjoyable F1 games ever created. Okay, so after the moderate success of last year's F1 2013, it was time for Codemasters once again to build the next iteration of the Formula 1 series. When this game was released, we were almost upon the next generation of consoles with the PS4 and the Xbox One. But unfortunately there wasn't enough time to develop a next generation title, so we were left with this, a stopgap game to satisfy the craving for Formula 1 until a fully developed PS4 and Xbox title could be released the following year. And now I'm going to say it, I absolutely hated this title, and the most annoying thing for me was the noise from the engines. I also hated the fact that you could Mario Kart style it around all the corners, which required no skill whatsoever. I also hated the fact that the ABS brakes seemed to have been completely omitted from this game. Also, the boring career mode and the lack of classic content really made this game feel like it was just a stopgap, an alternative, something to keep everyone happy until the next gen game in 2015. This game was also heavily hyped by all the big F1 YouTubers, which just goes to show that you shouldn't believe all that you see or hear. Anyway, let's move on now to the online aspect of the game. I'm just searching for some lobbies. Oh my goodness, we found some, yes. Because of course this is only a 2014 game, so it is still being played by quite a few people. So we've just gone into a random lobby. I think I'm in a Mercedes and we're at Abu Dhabi and it's away we go. Now one of the other problems about this game was the online. It was very, very unstable indeed. As you can see, this actual lobby has no collision detection for the cars. But one of the other things you will see is that even though I've got quite a stable internet connection, there will be some problems a little bit later on into this race. We're just coming around to see if we can catch up to some of these cars who seem to be going all over the place. Now we're right behind Mr. Alk Zeta and we managed to get past him. Going around this tight turn. Oh no, we haven't actually used, we're overtaken. Now let's see if we can get into the slipstream of Mr. Alk Zeta and get past him. Now this extraordinarily long straight. Yes, it goes on forever at Abu Dhabi. And just look at that. Just look at that. Unbelievable. Now there's no actual collision detection for the cars, so you know you would have thought the internet connection would have been even more stable, but no, it's still very ropey indeed. And to be fair, Codemasters never made any real attempt to fix that. Okay, moving on to the good points now. We've got the scenario mode, which is back. As you can see, you can do it from very easy, medium or hard. And you've got lots of different scenarios which you can go into until you reach the end. It's quite a good little diversion from the main career mode, which unfortunately, as I've said earlier, is quite boring this year. Anyway, let's move on. The RaceNet, I have to say, is still in operation, and that's very, very good to see on quite an old game. And there it is. Yes, the RaceNet is still working on F1 2014. Okay, so now we will move on to a Grand Prix, and I shall go on to the teams and drivers for 2014. We have Mercedes, then we have the Red Bull, followed by Ferrari, then we got the Williams team, followed by McLaren Mercedes, then Sahara Force India, Scuderia Toro Rosso, the Lotus F1 team, the Sauber F1 team, the Marussia F1 team, and the Caterham F1 team. Okay, on to the circuits for F1 2014. We've got Australia, Malaysia, Bahrain, we've got the Chinese Grand Prix, we've got the Spanish Grand Prix, the Monaco Grand Prix, the Canadian Grand Prix, the Austrian Grand Prix, and the British Grand Prix, followed by the German, then the Hungarian, and then the Belgium Grand Prix. Following that, we got the Italian Grand Prix, then the Singapore Grand Prix, the Japanese Grand Prix, the Russian Grand Prix, then we got United States, then we've got Brazil, and then to top off the season, we've got Abu Dhabi. So it's time for the Monaco test once more. I'm currently driving as Lewis Hamilton. Oh my god, don't hate me, don't hate me. Anyway, the 5 lights go out and it's away we go. Let's see if everyone gets round okay or it's going to be a complete clusterfuck. Let's have a look now into turn 1. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus, straight into the back of Valtteri Bottas, of course, in the Williams in 2014. As we climb up the hill, you can see the graphics. Well, they're pretty much the bloody same as last year's game, to be honest. Yes, pretty much. There's not really any difference in the quality of the graphics as we go down the hill now into the casino section. Let's see, all get past, but oh, Jesus Christ, no, there goes the wing. There goes the wing, but it's okay. Everyone manages to get through okay. There's no actual cluster, so that's good news for F1 2014. Let's go through the tunnel now and see if it's okay or if it's bloody dark. As you can see, we're just going through the tunnel section now, and it's not bad, it's not bad, but those neon lights aren't that bright, are they? Not that bright, and you can't exactly see where you're going. Anyway, that's the Monaco test at Monaco. Let's move on now to the career mode, and you have an evaluation test, but this year you do not have to do that first before you go into the career mode. You've also got the season challenge, of course, and here is the main hub of the career mode, which is basically a copy and paste of last year's game. There's very little difference at all. You start in a low team, or I say that actually you can start in any team, and here is something new. You can do a short season, a medium season, or a full season of the 19 races. And as I say, you don't have to start this year's game in a small team, because we're going to start in a Ferrari. I'm going to say it again, I love this bit and they should bring it back because it's absolutely glorious. Anyway, so there we go. We've started a brand new career. Fernando Alonso is my teammate. There's the email screen. Almost exactly the same as last year's bloody game. Anyway, it's time for my favourite part of the show now. Yes, it's time to test the damage model. And away we go. We're in Jenson Button's McLaren. And we're going to go down into turn 1. And unfortunately, I'm going to completely forget how to brake. Oh my goodness, I've gone straight into Hamilton. Oh no, disastrous. There'll be some stern words after this race, I can tell you. Some stern words. Anyway, let's turn the car around now. Oh, look, there's a tyre, or should I say a wheel that is in the middle of the circuit. Anyway, we turn the car around now. Let's see if we can do a Matrix moment. Here we go. Let's see if we can plow into one of the cars. Oh, and oh, Jesus. There's our Matrix moment. So there you go. It's a bit of a sad ending really for the last game on the PS3. It's a series that offered so much potential with F1 2010, but in the end it never fully realised that potential in later games. Thanks so much for watching everyone. There will of course be more later.